Hi sir, now this video is titled Celebrate Your Frequencies, and this is a very important topic because it doesn't matter in your private life or in work life, you are always confronted with other people who interfere in your frequency. Can it be that these people are it's very unpleasant to deal with them, and it's not comfortable to have them in your surroundings, you know. So this can happen in, like I said, especially in your job life, where you don't have the room to can go them out of the way, you know. And of course, still in your private life, when you have, for instance, neighbors you don't like, you know. And this is what I experienced in the last years, where the whole environment, our neighbors here, in very essential parts changed. And so step by step, the frequencies in the surroundings here where I live changed too, you know. And so I first thought I move, you know. But then I stayed because of this beautiful view and the river down there, where I cannot find something which comes near to this, you know. And the other part is in work life. I had to, for instance, I'm in a job now again because as I was out of my professional life. First I was self-employed, and now for some reason I took a part-time job just to be under people and to can save the basic earnings to pay insurances, you know, and so on and so on. So it's all covered with that and saved with that, and so I can do my own thing, you know, on the stock exchanges and so on. But no more stress like I had before, you know. I don't want to work me up for nothing at the end. But I realized again in the job I do, when you're confronted with people and you have no room to step back, and it doesn't matter if they deal directly with you or with other people, that it's really hard to always to swallow these negative frequencies of them, you know, because people they are like perhaps like a victim of their own lives and own frequencies, because they let press them into frequencies which are very uncomfortable for themselves, you know, but they cannot escape or they cannot block them, you know. And then I did two things. First, I built up a wall, conscious, you know, and when I often sit there, I go into my heart and put energy out there and let this energy surround me. So I know this is not my world, you know. And the other thing is, I don't blame them for that, you know. For me, the frequencies people have is based on fear. They are set in an environment by themselves, which they are fearful of, you know. They are feared of, and so they react like that, but cannot really direct their own feelings or cannot deal with them and are not the masters of their own behavior. It's some kind of mind thing, but it's also a heart thing, you know, because if they would live in their own inner world, in their own heart, they would not have fear, because this life in the jobs, for instance, isn't the real life. The real life is at your home, you know, at your free time. And when you are aware of this, that this is not your life, this is not the real you, who you are, this is not your personality, this is just a role you play in the outer life, then you realize you don't have fear, you must have fear, and you don't have to play that role. You can be the person who you really are, and you can step back in your private life, and you can step back in the person who you really are. You don't have to play this role, you don't have to be the victim, and so on and so on. And in your private life with the neighbors which move in the place you are, you don't have to deal with them. Simple as that. You just, when you stay as the person who you are, and you don't have fear, and you see why they react, because again, it's like a territorial feeling, very archaic, then you don't have this attitude that you play with them, you just take them like they are. They are somehow victims of themselves, and then you can be more open to them. Or the other option is you just draw back and live really in your own life, in your own frequency, in your own home. So your home is the frequency which you feel comfortable, the frequency which you love. And this frequency in your home is made by yourself. So this is very simple and easy to do, You just have to really be conscious about this and be aware that you have to protect your frequency, and you have the right to live in your frequency which you want. And this is your frequency of your heart, in peace and happiness. Namaste, my friends. Have a good week, a good time. Love you all.